Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill. I am here as a Crude Life correspondent at the Southern States Energy Board, Energy Pioneers of the New Frontier. This is a meeting in Oklahoma City with great leaders and speakers from all across the nation that gather to get together to promote energy and make sure it's reliable for the rest of us in the future. I got to meet a really nice guy who's going to be my victim today, Ron Mercer with Bedrock Gas Solutions. So Ron, introduce yourself, tell everybody about yourself and how you got into energy, and tell us all about Bedrock Gas Solutions.
Sure. Well, it's been kind of a long road for us. I'm actually fourth generation in the exploration side of the business, and like many of us in that sector, it's the boom and bust cycles just got to be more than I could deal with. So we decided we'd branch out and use some of our knowledge in the oil and gas industry and apply it in a different way. And we felt that underground gas storage was a good opportunity for us because we felt that there was a real void for that in our infrastructure. So we did that, and we have gone through a long process of perfecting what the product is, and in fact you can see it parked outside. It's big and ugly, and not to us though.
I think it's beautiful.
But it does store gas, and not just natural gas. We've adapted it to store hydrogen as well,
that's another pivotal
and
goal.
oxygen. Yeah, and we believe that on-site generation and storage of hydrogen is a preferred method over regional geologic storage and transport in pipelines. It allows you many different options that you just don't have when you have a fixed product that comes out of a pipeline. So you take a power plant, for example, a General Electric turbine is probably going to be more optimally operated on a given blend, as opposed to, say, a Siemens turbine would probably use a different blend. So you can do that if you're generating and storing on site, and we'll store large volumes of natural gas and hydrogen. Another thing is, when you're generating on site in green with electrolysis, you end up with this product right here.
Oxygen,
which we're working with the University of Oklahoma to perfect that process and re-injecting oxygen into the combustion process.
Wow.
And increasing the efficiency of the burn and saving money. And our hope is to, through this effort with the university, be able to create what we call smart fuel, and actually be able to do this in a way that is not going to require subsidy. And if we do get it, it'll be icing on the cake rather than a requirement.
Because all the cost savings, this is going to be something we can reinvest that dollar amount back into the industry.
Well, yeah, and from a natural gas standpoint, what we believe this is going to do is if we can green it up, clean it up, make it smarter, more efficient, we're going to lengthen the overall lifespan of natural gas as a primary fuel source in the United States.
Man, that is good for Oklahoma. Wow.
It's good for everybody. And, to think that an emerging fuel like hydrogen is going to have the broad shoulders that are going to be required to provide a nation like this, all of its energy needs, is foolhardy. It can't. Not today. Someday, maybe. But right now, we think it's a better idea to go with the smart fuel. And then as more hydrogen becomes available, you can just increase the blend and just work your way into it and take it to its ultimate conclusion.
So this is a model of what you store the natural gas in, or hydrogen.
This is what you'll see parked outside, but this is what we call a storage pod, and you'll put in multiples of these, as shown right here in this diagram. You put in multiple pods at a given location and store both methane, if you want to, for resiliency, or you can store hydrogen either way. We've symbolized here by gray and green caps. The big difference is that this is all the same, so you can install it and do nothing but store methane. And if you want to come back and enhance this to store hydrogen, all we do is come in and insert a sacrificial liner that protects the containment vessel from embrittlement.
Yep.
And I don't know if you're familiar with that process.
We are. I rent out drill pipe, and I know exactly what happens.
There you go. So you're all about that. And again, we're back to back to OU, we're working with them on determining exactly what the best material and the best coating is going to be for the longest life and the least amount of costs.
Hey, I have friends that do coatings in Durabond, so I know about the coatings as well.
There you go. So this is going to be a sacrificial system. No matter what you do, it will eventually embrittle.
Sure.
So,
But you can replace it.
yeah, we just come in and drop another liner in, and away you go.
Wizardry. I love this technology. And it doesn't take a large footprint. I mean, this is something that you have lots of area here in Oklahoma to really take advantage of technology like this.
Yeah, we do, and we're working with several people here to advance that. So right now we're working through the process with OU. As soon as we're finished with that, then we'll move on to a full-scale installation and we'll be ready to ramp this thing up.
Look at all of our friends in the Permian right now that are, they're going to be faced with no methane emissions, shortly, right? I mean, we all see it as a industry-wide, solution that we're all looking for solutions. There's Bitcoin mining now. There's anything to do but flaring. Now as an industry, we don't like that waste. We've realized hey, that's a lot of energy we could capture in other ways. Boom, there's another solution.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're excited about our future, and we think that this is an option that we're going to be able to make available here in a very short period of time. And the nice thing about this is you don't have to have a change in infrastructure. You just go turn this on.
Yeah.
You don't have to go reinvent the wheel.
Man, that's fantastic. How do people get a hold of you, Ron, and Bedrock Gas Solutions?
Check out our website, bedrockgs.com, probably be the easiest way. And
they'll have a LinkedIn page by the end of the day, I promise.
We're going to have a LinkedIn page by the end of the day.
Probably a Facebook too, probably a Twitter. I mean, I'm gonna blow you guys up as best I can because what you're doing is phenomenal, Ron. I really appreciate what your vision is and the technology and the minds going into something like this. Anything else you want to plug? What else you got going on?
Oh, this is plenty. We have a full plate right now, but we really appreciate the opportunity to be here. These are all decision makers, and we're happy to be able to present this technology for their consideration, and hopefully we'll find a place to push it out.
You can put one in my backyard. I'll be happy to store gas for our neighborhood. Ron, thank you. God bless you.
Great. Thanks
Take care.
very much.
That's it, everybody. Take care. God bless. See you next time. Bye-bye.